Yeah, we're back looking at modelling the rest of our 3D character. In the last episode I said I had an issue with the back of my character, and I think what's caused the issue is the clipping. So if I move the vertex to this side, it's fine. So I need to turn clipping on and then do that, and then it's actually fine. So I did have everything set up correctly. I just I'd made the mistake of having that vertex slightly pushed to the right instead of the left. So let me just show you that without the cage on. So this one. Yeah, so it was actually slightly overlapping, and that was causing the issue. So I've gone back, turned clipping on, and then that constrains it to that mirror line. So that's fixed that. Today we're going to have a look at the legs. So before I do the legs, what I'm thinking of, the legs are going to be like a cylinder coming down again. So looking at the bottom section here, this could actually be a little bit better shape. So I'm going to select these three, and I'm going to press GG to slide them across to the side. So I'm just going to do that, and then this whole section here is a little bit more of the right shape, and you could go back GG and slide some of these along as well, to just make the geometry a little bit better. So I'm going to go into face mode, select these three. I'm going to press 1 to go back into front view with my reference. There's a few ways we could do this, and it depends on how you want to do your character. I'm probably going to press I to inset that leg just very slightly, very slightly. You could also pull that down a little bit if you like, and it'll create a bevel shape. And then once you've got that, we're going to pull this down. I'm going to extrude it down, but that's going to come down vertically, and I perhaps don't want that. For a T-pose, we want the legs to be separated a little bit more. So that plane, I'm going to rotate it. So I could use the rotate tool, and I'm going to rotate in the green axis, or I could press R and Y to look it to that green axis, and I'm just going to rotate it out slightly. Now you'll know, oh, I have got that selected, that's okay. I just thought I hadn't selected one for a second. And then I'm going to press E to extrude down to perhaps where the knee will be. And I'm looking at the line rather than where the model is. And then I'm going to press 1 to get into face mode, front view, and I'm going to E, extrude it again down to perhaps where the shoes are, the bottom of the trousers, and then E and extrude it to roughly where the floor is. And then I'm going to press R, Y, wait a minute, is it actually, no, yeah, R, Y, and then flatten that out on the bottom. And if it's not quite the bottom, you can move it down a tad bit more. So that's the basic leg, and we could give it a bit of shape if you like. You could select these loops. So press 2 for edge mode, Alt to select the loops, and you could for instance scale that in a bit and perhaps move it a bit forward to give it a bit of a natural curve. This front line here I could move back a little bit. So it just depends on the shape of your character, really. how you want it to go, and you could start moving individual polygons around and vertices about, try and get more shape to it. I'm trying to not put too many loop cuts in here, but for animation purposes we might need another one, but I'm going to leave it really simple at the moment. We can always refine the model in a little while. Let's just get the foot in place first. So what I'm going to do is go into face mode, select these two. Actually, before I do that, I really perhaps ought to flatten this edge loop out. So edge mode, alt. This edge loops also perhaps could do with being rotated flat. So R90, just rotate a bit flatter, and that's just to help the foot have some shape, otherwise it'll be a bit wonky. So select the two fronts, and then we're going to simply extrude forward for as much as you want, as much as you think your feet need it. Again, it's down to personal preference, probably there. And then to sort this geometry out here, depending on what you want, whether you've got trainers or boots, you could do things like add an extra edge loop like this. You could even scale that edge loop. It depends on what you want to do with the shape of the legs, or you could bring them in, or you know, it's really up to you what you'd like to do with that. For now, I'm probably going to leave it off because I haven't decided fully on the clothes. And likewise with the feet, you could add edge loops and give the feet more definition and shape if you want to as well, and it gives you more geometry to play with. I'm going to leave mine like that for now because I haven't fully decided on what I'm going to do. So I think that's probably it for this video. So a slightly shorter video. We've got to the point now where we've got the body, we've got the legs, we've got the feet. We just need to tackle the arms and the hands. So I shall see you in the next video.